guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. I really hope you all guys are doing great. As the new month is getting started, it's time to restock our pantry and all the cooking essential. For this, we have gone to our nearest D-Mart for this month grocery shopping. So in this video, I'm going to share with you all guys what all groceries did I buy and how did I organize them in my kitchen and gave my pantry a new look and also my spice corner. So without any further delay, let's get into the video. It was around 11:30 or so post breakfast we have started for the D-Mart. Before heading to the D-Mart, I have listed out all the items which I needed to buy for this month and also double checked my pantry to avoid the duplicate purchase. It is always important to avoid the duplicate purchase while we go for grocery shopping mainly, and also equally important to keep some extra stock in home for the emergencies, and this also leads to maintain the monthly expenses. It was around 2 p.m. or so when we back from the D-Mart. Everybody were super hungry, so I quickly headed to kitchen to make some lunch. Before going out, I have marinated the fishes with some salt, turmeric powder, mustard oil, ginger garlic paste, etc. I have not added any spices in this as my baby also going to consume it. First, I have fried few batches without spices. Later, I have added fish masala to it to get the spice and fried the leftover fishes. Today's menu is fish fry, rice and curd rasam. For the curd rasam, here I have taken fresh curd and beaten it by adding salt and turmeric powder. Later, I have added into it freshly chopped raw onions, green chilies and fresh coriander leaves, and later tempered it. For tempering curd rasam, here I have heated some mustard oil into which I have added cumin seed, mustard seed, red chilies, curry leaves, grated ginger and little bit of hing and urad dal. After frying it a bit, I will add into the beaten curd rasam and mix it everything well, and it is ready to serve. This recipe is very refreshing for the summer. If you guys have not tried it out, I will urge everybody to try it out and let me know in comment box how you guys find it out. In this phase, we can add little bit of water to adjust the consistency of the rasam. A refreshing, simple and light summer thali is ready to serve with some steamed rice, fish fry and a bowl of fresh curd rasam. It's the next day around 7:30 or so in the morning after coming from my morning walk, as everybody else in the house were still sleeping and it's still time is there for the breakfast and the lunch preparation. I thought I will utilize this time to organize my pantry. Last day post lunch we have taken some rest, and after that in the evening we went to our friend's house as it was weekend. So the grocery bags were still lying to go to their designated space. So let's arrange them together. Till these days, I have organized my pantry based on the pantry organizers, their size and design pattern to maintain the uniformity. But this time I thought I will give it a change and I will arrange everything based on their need in the breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. This way I know all my breakfast essentials are in one cabinet, same for the lunch or the dal, pulses, etc., which will also lead to maximum space utilization in the cabinet. Also, it is easy to remember which items are kept in which cabinet. I have also observed that the items kept on the upper rack are less used, so it is equally important to change the jar's location time to time for their better consumption. For example, things like this green moong dal, rajma, chickpea, matar, etc. I have kept on the upper rack, because of which I have hardly prepared them once or twice in last month. So I hope with this new arrangement idea, I can keep an eye what all items are there in my pantry and cook maximum meal options using them. Well, coming back to the work, I have emptied all my pantry cabinets, taken all the jars out and refilling them with the fresh stock. Later, I will segregate them based on their need and arrange them back to the cabinets for the better utilization and easy access. While refilling any jar, if it is not emptied and having some left over, I will take them first out in one plate, refill the fresh stock, and later I will add the leftover, so that when it is consumed next time, the leftover will consume first. In my last pantry organization video, many of you have asked me the link of this tall storage jar. These are from IKEA and one of the best purchase of mine. This takes very less space in the cabinet and holds good amount of quantity. Next, I have taken these storage jars from Amazon in set of 6. These can hold up to the maximum quantity of 2 kg. Things like tur dal, moong dal, idli rava, urad dal, dosa rice, etc., which we use in more quantity, I used to store in these jars. And things I used in different varieties, mostly for the breakfast options, like green moong dal, kala chana, upma suji, oats, cornflakes, peanuts, etc. I store in the storage jars which I shown earlier from the IKEA. Things like I buy in less quantity but in more varieties, mostly for the dinner options like chickpea, safed matar, rajma, kali chana, etc. I store in 500 grams of glass storage jars. These are also from Amazon in a set of 6. Now though all the pantry storage jars are refilled with the fresh stock, let's arrange and organize them back to the cabinets. Before arranging the storage jars back into the cabinet, I will take the sheet out and give a wipe down to the cabinets. Okay, so this is the first cabinet where I want to keep all my breakfast essential. So things like urad dal, idli rava, upma rava, oats, green moong dal, peanuts, etc. goes into this cabinet, which I mostly use in my breakfast options. In my next cabinet, I want to store all my dals or pulses essential, which I mostly use in my lunch and dinner preparations. Things like tur dal, moong dal, rajma, kali chana, maa ki dal, chickpeas, etc. goes into these cabinets. I have also refilled the chana dal, quinoa and safed matar also to go into this cabinet. With this simple arrangement idea, now I know if I'm making breakfast which cabinet to refer, and if I'm making lunch or dinner which cabinet to refer. This way, I don't need to remember which item is kept in which cabinet, and all the breakfast, lunch and dinner option essentials are available handy and easy to access way. Well, with this, my second cabinet storage jars are also restocked. I will add this bay leaf into this dosa rice storage jar to avoid any insects or bugs. Well, with this, my second cabinet is also all stocked up. You guys can see with this organization idea, I have used this cabinet space maximum and my upper cabinets are almost empty. Well, while the dal or pulses are sorted out, now let's arrange the remaining items which I also buy in more quantity and use in maximum options like breakfast, snacks, etc. Things like makhana, poha, murmura, etc. I store in these tall IKEA jars. So let's refill and restock them too. This time instead of murmura, I was having with me this homemade snacks which I will refill in this because this is also in more quantity, and these jars are best for storing the maximum. In this tall glass jar, I usually store the basmati rice. So I have emptied it and taken the leftover basmati rice to use it in near soon and refilled it with the fresh stock. All these tall jars goes into the bottom cabinet of my kitchen countertop, where I store the usual everyday Sona Masuri rice, atta, etc. Before placing these jars back to the cabinet, I will give a quick wipe down and arrange back them. We have planned some road trip and outing with our friends in coming days as our new car is here. So this time I have stocked a few packed snacks also. So let's arrange them in the cabinets. And the below cabinet I have designated for the homemade snacks. Now though my pantry is all stocked up, let's arrange the spice rack too. This steel spice organizer I have designated as my biryani box, where I will add all the spices usually used in making biryani. So I am refilling it with the leftovers from the past month so that it can consumed early. I also use them in making curries where we need the whole spices to add, or making any masala. This stays handy and easy to access, and I no need to open any of my cabinet. And with this, my cute little whole spices box is ready. I will refill the remaining spices in these transparent glass jars and stock them up in my spice rack. I usually store all the whole spices in the spice rack, and all the powdered spices I store in an organizer on the countertop, which makes them easy to access as my cook also makes dinner for us. For her it is easy to grab them whenever needed without touching any of my cabinets. Things like mustard seeds, cumin seeds, fennel seeds, mixed seeds, coriander seeds, etc. also goes into this spice rack. Well, this is the organizer which I was talking in the previous clip, where I store all the powdered spices. I have labeled all the glass jars with the spice name for their easy identification. I have arranged this organizer filled with these powdered spices beside my kitchen hob for the easy access while making any of the meal, as we use these spices in most of our cooking. Things like cumin powder, coriander powder, pepper powder, garam masala, sabji masala and chicken masala goes into this organizer. I have also organized the red chili powder, curry powder, bay leaves and the tamarind also in bigger jars in this organizer, which we use most often in daily basis. Before organizing all the spices back to this organizer, I will give it a quick wipe down and arrange back everything back to their place. This organizer takes very less space on the countertop and can accommodate in one of the corner, but holds most of my masalas in it. Now though all the pantry and spice jars are refilled and restocked, it is also equally important to store the leftover packets mindfully. So I use this IKEA basket to store all the leftover packets by clipping them, segregating them into the similar group for the easy identification. Next time when I needed any of these masalas which are left over in the packet, I use them first before using the items added in the jars, so that these leftover packets will get consumed early to avoid any insects or bugs coming. I have clipped these leftovers, segregating them in similar group. Like rasam powder and sambar powder, I have clipped them together. Similarly, salt and turmeric, I have clipped them together. Things like chicken kebab powder or fish masala, I have clipped them together. Likewise, any whole spices is leftover, I have clipped them together. This way, it is easy to identify for me which item is kept under which clip. A small tip to identify the leftover packets to avoid reaching their expiry. While the leftovers are all sorted out, it is also equally important to stock up all the extra pantry items mindfully in a well ventilated space for their better shelf life. I use one of the drawer of my console table to store all the extra pantry stock. I usually do the grocery shopping 2 months once, hence the items are more. These all items are stocked up for 2 months, so it is in required quantity only. And with this, the refill, restock, and reorganization of my kitchen pantry and spice rack with some extra stock for couple of months is comes to an end. And with this note, let's end the video here. I really hope you all guys loved watching this video and find these organization tips useful. I'll soon come back with another one. Until next time, stay tuned, stay healthy, and thanks for watching till end. Bye bye. Take care.